Ever wondered how seemingly harmless bacteria can cause severe infections in the human body? It's a fascinating and complex puzzle, isn't it? These microscopic organisms, unseen by the naked eye, can wreak such havoc on our health. What's the secret behind their power? Could it be their sheer numbers, or is it something more intricate? It's like a mystery waiting to be unraveled. Well, the answer lies in a phenomenon called biofilms. Let's delve deeper. Biofilms, in simple terms, are communities of bacteria. They are not lone wolves, so to speak, but prefer to live in groups for protection and survival. You can think of biofilms as a bustling city of microorganisms with its own complex structure and organization. Biofilms form when bacteria adhere to surfaces in moist environments. They start off as free-floating, single-celled organisms, but once they find a suitable spot, they start to multiply and grow into a community. This process is known as colonization. Once colonization begins, the bacteria produce a gooey substance called extracellular polymeric substance, or EPS. This EPS, often described as a slimy layer, acts as a protective shield for the bacteria underneath. It provides them with a safe and stable environment where they can thrive and multiply. But what makes a biofilm unique is not just its protective layer, but its intricate structure. A biofilm is not just a random clump of bacteria. It's a highly organized community, with different regions serving different functions. Some areas are responsible for nutrient intake, others for waste disposal, and others still for reproduction. This level of organization and cooperation is what allows biofilms to survive in a variety of environments, from riverbeds to your kitchen sink, and yes, even inside the human body. The structure of a biofilm also includes water channels that act as a circulatory system, allowing nutrients to reach bacteria deep within the biofilm and waste to be transported out. This level of sophistication is not unlike that of a human city, with its own roads, buildings, and infrastructure. Finally, it's important to remember that biofilms are not just composed of one type of bacteria. They are diverse communities, home to many different species of bacteria, each with its own role to play. It's this diversity that allows biofilms to adapt and survive in a wide range of conditions. So, in essence, biofilms are like mini-cities of bacteria, living and working together. But how do these biofilms contribute to diseases, I hear you ask? Well, these seemingly innocuous microbial communities have a dark side. They play a pivotal role in many diseases, acting as a shield for bacteria, allowing them to resist antibiotics, and even our body's immune response. You see, when bacteria group together in a biofilm, they're not just hanging out, they're forming a fortress. This fortress is a protective layer or matrix made up of polysaccharides, proteins, and DNA. It's like an impenetrable castle that keeps out the unwanted invaders, in this case antibiotics and immune cells. Antibiotics, which are designed to kill or inhibit the growth of bacteria, often struggle to penetrate this fortress. The biofilm acts like a barrier, preventing the drugs from reaching their intended targets. Even if some antibiotics do manage to breach the walls, the bacteria deep within the biofilm are often in a slow-growing, dormant state, which makes them less susceptible to the killing effects of the drugs. And it's not just antibiotics that biofilms can resist. Our body's immune response, our natural defense mechanism against harmful invaders, also has trouble dealing with biofilms. Immune cells, like white blood cells, have a hard time getting past the biofilm's defenses. Even if they do, the bacteria within the biofilm can alter their behavior, becoming more resistant to the destructive capabilities of these immune cells. This ability of biofilms to resist both antibiotics and our body's immune response can lead to persistent chronic infections. These infections can range from minor issues like urinary tract infections and dental plaque to more serious conditions like cystic fibrosis and endocarditis. Therefore, biofilms can turn a minor bacterial infection into a serious health problem. They're not just a nuisance, they're a threat, and understanding their role in disease is crucial if we're going to find effective ways to combat them. The medical field is particularly affected by biofilms. It's a statement that might seem a little abstract until you delve into some concrete examples that bring the issue into stark relief. Let's talk about cystic fibrosis, a genetic disorder affecting the lungs and other organs. Patients with this condition often suffer from chronic lung infections, which are primarily due to a pesky bacterium known as Pseudomonas aeruginosa. This bacterium forms biofilms in the lungs, creating a protective layer that shields it from the host's immune response and antibiotic treatments. As a result, these lung infections are incredibly difficult to treat and pose a significant health risk to cystic fibrosis patients. But it's not just chronic diseases like cystic fibrosis where biofilms make their unwelcome appearance. They're also a major concern in hospitals and other healthcare settings. Take, for instance, medical devices like catheters, artificial joints, and heart valves. These devices are life-saving, no doubt, but they also provide an ideal surface for bacteria to attach and form biofilms. Once these biofilms are established on medical devices, they can cause severe infections, often resistant to antibiotics. For instance, a biofilm infection on an artificial joint could lead to a condition called prosthetic joint infection, which often requires surgical intervention and prolonged antibiotic therapy. Similarly, biofilms on heart valves can result in endocarditis, a serious infection of the heart's inner lining. Moreover, biofilms can colonize on various hospital surfaces, contributing to hospital-acquired infections, another significant concern in healthcare. These infections are not only dangerous, but also cost the healthcare system billions of dollars annually. So, whether it's chronic lung infections in cystic fibrosis patients, infections from medical devices, or hospital-acquired infections, biofilms are a formidable adversary in the medical field. They complicate treatment plans, contribute to antibiotic resistance, and pose significant health risks. These examples demonstrate the significant impact of biofilms on healthcare. They underline the urgency to understand biofilms better and develop effective strategies to prevent their formation and treat their infections. And that, dear listeners, is what we'll explore in our next segment. The study of biofilms has become a crucial area of research in the medical field. With biofilms playing a significant role in up to 80% of infections, the need for a more comprehensive understanding and effective countermeasures has never been more urgent. In the forefront of this research are scientists tirelessly working to decode the mysteries of biofilm formation. One of their primary focuses is to understand how bacteria communicate to form these protective structures. This process, known as quorum sensing, is a hot topic in the scientific community and could potentially unlock new methods to disrupt biofilm formation. Another exciting area of research is the development of new treatments. Traditional antibiotics often struggle to penetrate biofilms, leading to persistent infections. Scientists are now exploring innovative solutions, such as bacteriophages, viruses that target bacteria, and nanoparticle-based treatments, which can disrupt biofilms and allow antibiotics to work more effectively. The development of biofilm-resistant materials is also a major area of exploration. These materials could be used in medical devices and implants, dramatically reducing the risk of biofilm-associated infections. Prevention is another key focus. By understanding the environmental conditions that promote biofilm growth, we can develop strategies to inhibit their formation. This could include altering the conditions in a patient's body or modifying the surfaces that biofilms commonly adhere to. The field of biofilm research is rapidly evolving, with new discoveries and advancements made regularly. These breakthroughs not only help us understand these complex communities of bacteria, but also pave the way for new treatments and prevention strategies. Yet despite these advancements, there is still much to learn. Biofilms are incredibly complex, and understanding their biology and behavior is a significant task. But with each new discovery, we're one step closer to turning the tide against these stubborn bacterial communities. With continued research, we can hope to better understand and combat biofilms. While we look forward to new research and treatments, there are also ways to prevent biofilm formation. Prevention, as they say, is the first line of defense. So let's delve into some of the preventive measures we can take against biofilms. One of the most effective ways to prevent biofilm formation is regular cleaning and disinfection. This is not only applicable in healthcare settings, but also in our own homes. Bacteria love to thrive in moist, unclean environments. Therefore, by maintaining cleanliness, we can significantly reduce their chances of forming biofilms. Remember, even the simplest acts of washing our hands regularly can have a huge impact. Now, let's talk about maintaining a healthy lifestyle. It's no secret that a healthy body is the best defense against any disease. A well-balanced diet, regular exercise, and adequate hydration can help maintain a strong immune system. This in turn helps our body to fight off harmful bacteria before they get the chance to form biofilms. It's not rocket science, just simple daily habits that can make a world of difference. We also want to highlight the importance of using antimicrobial materials in healthcare settings. These materials can inhibit the growth of bacteria and therefore prevent the formation of biofilms. For instance, antimicrobial coatings on medical devices can significantly reduce the risk of biofilm-related infections. The use of these materials is an active area of research and holds great promise in the fight against biofilms. Lastly, it's crucial to stress the importance of early detection. Regular health checkups can help detect any signs of biofilms early on. Early detection is key to effective treatment and can prevent the condition from worsening. So these are some of the strategies we can use to prevent biofilm formation. Remember, it's not about doing extraordinary things, but rather about doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. Prevention is always better than cure, especially when it comes to biofilms. To sum up, biofilms are bacterial communities that play a significant role in causing diseases. These are complex structures, akin to cities for bacteria, where they come together to form a community. This community provides them with increased resistance to antibiotics, making the treatment of biofilm-associated diseases a challenge for the medical community. Biofilms are not just associated with diseases, but they also have a significant impact on the medical field. They can form on medical devices such as catheters and implants, leading to healthcare-associated infections. These infections are often difficult to treat, causing prolonged hospital stays and in worst cases can even lead to death. But it's not all doom and gloom. The understanding of biofilms is continuously evolving, thanks to the tireless efforts of researchers worldwide. They are exploring new ways to prevent biofilm formation and innovative methods to treat biofilm-associated diseases. One of the exciting areas of research is the study of quorum sensing, a communication mechanism used by bacteria in biofilms. Disrupting this communication could potentially prevent biofilm formation. Another promising area of research is the use of nanoparticles. These tiny particles can penetrate biofilms and deliver antibiotics directly to the bacteria, increasing their effectiveness. Preventing biofilm formation is another crucial aspect of the fight against biofilms. Simple measures like regular hand hygiene, proper cleaning and sterilization of medical devices, and the use of antimicrobial coatings can go a long way in preventing biofilm-associated infections. The world of biofilms is intricate and fascinating. It's a reminder of how complex and resilient life can be, even at its smallest scale. But with continued research and innovation, we can turn the tide against biofilms and the diseases they cause. Remember, understanding biofilms can help us in preventing and treating many diseases. So, keep exploring, keep learning.